Since SES continued the slide into 2026, with ample bearish accelerations and more than enough selling volume over the past few weeks, even a sudden rush of buyers trying to raise price with daily volume at 13 million would find it difficult to fill in the gap down. Whereas continuing the bearish to neutral posture could be done relatively easily, even with volume around 10 million. The contentious forces charging up the back and forth between bears and bulls was summed up neatly in SES AI's first quarter report, which generally had relatively little in the way of immediate progress, but lots in the way of potential profitability. It showed revenue reaching $6.7 million, up 47% from the prior quarter, though part of that increase came from $1.5 million in revenue shifted from late 2025. Nonetheless, it maintained its full-year revenue guidance of $30 million to $35 million, signaling continued confidence in its growth outlook. A key catalyst keeping bulls on the move was its entry into the North American market through a multi-year, approximately $20 million distribution agreement with ATGE Power. SES also completed converting its South Korea manufacturing line to produce drone-format power cells, positioning itself to serve the growing U.S. defense drone sector, although this business remains in the qualification stage and is not yet contributing meaningful revenue. On the technology front, SES launched version 2.5 of its Molecular Universe platform, which has already secured validation from a major global battery manufacturer through a multi-year subscription, with additional customer interest building. Yet behind the growing potential, the here and now sees SES continuing to face financial pressures, reporting a GAAP net loss of $12.1 million for the quarter, while operating expenses rose to $19.1 million, reflecting ongoing investment and cost growth. It's also navigating a CFO transition, which may introduce some uncertainty. To elaborate on drones, SES indicated that drone qualification cycles typically take 1 to 2 quarters and are nearing completion, with current efforts focused on supply chain audits. Interest in drone applications is predominantly defense-driven, despite some dual-use claims. The ATG partnership operates as a wholesale distribution model, with revenue recognized upon shipment. Additionally, SES highlighted benefits of its EdgeBox technology, which improves battery data accuracy and enables cost savings and competitive participation in energy markets. So SES has a lot going for it, but not that much to show off right away. Then, ahead of its Q2 report on Wednesday, Qualcomm is showing signs of a comeback after the setback of Apple moving away from its modem chips and a global memory shortage that has constrained smartphone production. These pressures have driven weak sentiment, multiple analyst downgrades, and expectations for flat to slightly negative revenue growth through 2027, even as the broader semiconductor sector expands rapidly. Rising DRAM prices and limited supply have particularly hurt handset makers, Qualcomm's core market, overshadowing its recent gains and leaving the stock far below its 2024 peak. Despite this, a longer-term opportunity may be emerging around Edge AI, the shift toward running artificial intelligence directly on devices rather than in centralized data centers. Today's AI ecosystem is dominated by cloud-based processing, powered by companies like NVIDIA and Broadcom. But this model is costly and inefficient at scale. Edge AI offers faster performance, lower energy use, improved privacy, and independence from constant connectivity, making it increasingly attractive as AI spreads into everyday devices. Qualcomm appears well-positioned for this transition because of its expertise in power-efficient chips and wireless communication that aligns with the needs of on-device AI across smartphones, cars, robotics, and industrial systems. Its Snapdragon platform already dominates premium Android phones, while newer segments like automotive are growing, with $1.1 billion in quarterly revenue and a $45 billion pipeline. It's also expanding into robotics, with chips like Dragonwing, and strengthening its ecosystem through the acquisition of Arduino, potentially embedding its technology into the workflows of millions of developers. Then, when talking specifically about its stock price, there's the booster fuel from a $20 billion share buyback. Though we should still acknowledge the persisting bearish headwinds from weak smartphone demand, uncertain memory supply, and limited contribution from newer business lines. So if Qualcomm can survive these pressures and find strong footing in edge AI and a diversified growth strategy, it could eventually shift market sentiment that could also improve if industry conditions stabilize. That's why even if price can't immediately drive past 150 and over the established downtrend with volume over 12.5 million, progressively stronger support is still present towards the lower 130s towards the middle of the year, outlining a possible shallower incline to recovery. CRISPR Therapeutics, currently on quite the sharp decline, which could soon slow down even if selling volume remains at or above 3 million. Mainly because price is entering this year's established low range. Though even if overselling were to lead to a short-term bounce, there'd still be difficulty getting past 55 to escape the stable descent. In contrast, Poet Technologies keeps writing bullish poetry in motion. It's extending a strong rally with growing ties to AI hardware demand linked to NVIDIA and Marvell technology. This ongoing excitement energizes optimism for quickly contacting the next major extension range up at 17 as investors react to new order momentum, since Poet confirmed a purchase order connected to Marvell and expects further growth, with additional potential orders from partners like Foxconn and Luxshare Precision. Yet even if these orders don't turn up or face setbacks, the overall outlook is positive, given demand can come from other sources. Because AI data centers are constantly seeking photonics solutions to reduce bottlenecks, positioning Poet for expanding manufacturing and higher future orders. And from a technical view, the opening and closing prices of the last 3 large green candles offer excellent references for progressively stronger short to long-term support down to the $10 boundary and the uptrend line into the middle of the year, when the inevitable correction comes when daily bullish volume can't be sustained over 20 million. Over to Ambarella. It's under a similar spotlight like Qualcomm as an edge AI growth play. Its fiscal 2026 revenue rose 37% to a record $390.7 million, with edge AI contributing about 80% of sales and growing rapidly. So if price can keep rising, with volume closer to 1 million, early entry into the 70s may not seem that far off in May. Then, since growth is driven by AI chips used in automotive, IoT, and robotics, alongside rising demand for more powerful edge computing, Ambarella is presenting lasting turnaround potential. So even if short-term sentiment subsides, the shift is well on its way toward edge infrastructure, where AI aggregates sensor data across applications like security and fleet management. Further fuel to stay at or far above 60 comes from future plans like 2-nanometer semi-custom chips, new partnerships, and continued expansion, though, realistically, all that won't come about overnight.